So you want to unlock the Mosin Nagant Marksman rifle, but you can't seem to figure out the easiest way to get the tripwire mine kills? Then you've come to the right place. In this quick video, I will share my tips to help you unlock the brand new Mosin Nagant Marksman rifle the fastest way possible. I've gotten several requests to share my unlock tips for this weapon, and it seems the main problem some of you guys are having is getting the tripwire kills. Well, as usual with my weapon unlock videos, we are going to jump right into the details. All I ask is that if this video helps you out, you click that like button because it helps me out. And in return, share this video so your friends struggling to get this weapon can see how easy it can be if you follow the tips I have for you. Without further ado, let's get into what you came here for. The Mosin Nagant M91 is a new Battlefield 1 weapon for the Scout class, released with the In the Name of the Tsar DLC. The Mosin Nagant comes in two versions, that's infantry and the marksman version. If you're looking to unlock the infantry variant, I will post a link to my fast unlock tutorial below in the description, because in this video we are looking at the fastest way to unlock the marksman variant. Unlike its infantry counterpart, the marksman variant is equipped with a scope and reticle allowing up to 4 times magnification. This thing is extremely powerful in the one-hit kill sweet spot range, so once you get a feel for what distance is best, you can make the battlefield your slaughterhouse. That being said, let's get into what you need to do, what needs to be done to unlock the Mosin Nagant Marksman variant. In order to unlock the Marksman variant, you must first have the In the Name of the Tsar DLC. I know I shouldn't have to say this, but there are some casual players and newcomers to Battlefield 1 who might not know this important detail. Then you must perform 50 kills with the Gewehr 98 marksman rifle, and lastly and certainly not least, you must perform 15 kills with the tripwire bomb. The first part of this requirement of 50 kills with the Gewehr 98 marksman should come fairly quickly if you know what situations the Gewehr 98 marksman is best suited for. Here's a hint. It's best suited for long range. From Battlefield 1's own description, the Gewehr 98 is, quote, a German bolt-action rifle firing a very fast projectile. Excellent for long-range use, end quote. Take that quote and keep it in mind. The Gewehr 98 shines at long range. Make long-distance enemies your target while using the Gewehr 98 marksman for 2 reasons. At 880 meters a second, it has the fastest muzzle velocity of any of the rifles, which means that that bullet is screaming across the map, giving you less time to have to lead targets. Also, this thing has got a flat bullet trajectory, so you might not need to have to adjust for range as much as the other rifles at distance. The one-hit kill sweet spot is anywhere from 80 to 125 meters, so anything moving long range had better think twice before engaging you with any inferior long-range rifles. My tip for using this rifle is stick to larger game modes like Operations and Conquest, since you really don't want to get caught in those close quarters engagements where the Gewehr 98 is at its weakest. Particularly one map that I highly recommend you use this rifle on is the brand new map Galicia. Galicia is set in one huge valley which provides long range targeting of enemies in the open map with not much in the way of cover that they can hide behind. Just remember to pick a spot to snipe from where you yourself aren't open for counter sniping. I stuck to this map for this requirement and racked up the 50 kills in no time. Now on to the second part of this requirement, to get 15 kills with the tripwire explosive. Before I even get into the huge tip I have for you with the tripwire, let me briefly show you how the trip mine works, because I see way too many players place the trip mine improperly, which in these cases it will never ignite, it will never explode. Very quickly guys, before we get into the tripwire tips that I have for you, I just want to show you how this thing actually operates, because I see a lot of players make a mistake with using this thing. So for example, I've seen a lot of players place it right in the doorway there, right there. Think they're going to get some kills. Guess what? This will never explode. This will never ignite. Enemies are going to run across this all day because the tripwire is hugging the wall. There's nobody to want to run across that tripwire to actually set it off. In order to set this thing off, that tripwire needs to be engaged. So what you have to keep in mind is, looking at the tip of this barrel, there's a small little thing that sticks out of the nozzle. Whatever direction that thing faces is where that tripwire is going to go. So if I want the tripwire to cut across the doorway, which is not a good idea, I just want to show you though, it's not a good idea to do it like this. If I want that tripwire to cut across the doorway, I need to face it across the doorway. Basically, wherever you're planting it, face the direction you want the tripwire to go. If I want it to cut across this doorway, I'd face it here. Now, that being said, these are not good places to set this tripwire. Believe it or not, the enemy will see this. It just screams, hey, there's a tripwire over here. Enemies will not go that way. They'll stand back and they'll shoot it, and that's not going to do you any good. It's exactly what you want to do is, there are certain areas and certain maps, this one in particular in Domination, if you play Empire's Edge, I highly recommend it. There's certain areas that are always traveled by enemies. Enemies always run up the stairs, and they always have a tendency to turn left here. So what are we going to do? We're not going to place it right across the stairwell here because the enemies are going to see that. What I highly recommend you do is you stand back, place it so that the tripwire goes across. There you go. They're not going to see that when they go up the stairs. So I'm an enemy, I'm going up the stairs, I'm just going to turn, and immediately it's going to explode. It's going to ignite because I'm running across that tripwire. That's something huge to keep in mind, guys. I just wanted to share that, and I just hope that really helps you guys with getting the tripwire kills. Now let's get into the tips, because you're going to see in action, my gameplay where I'm actually doing that, and I continuously post it right here. I continuously post the tripwire right there, where the enemies are going to run across it, and I'm going to get the most bang for my buck. Now that you've seen my quick understanding of how to place the trip mine, let's get into how to get those trip mine kills the fastest. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Do not play large maps or large game modes and expect to get those trip mine kills quickly. Larger maps and large game modes means finding your trip mine for the enemy is more like finding a needle in a haystack. Stick to tight-knit maps and game modes such as Domination or Team Deathmatch. I racked up almost every single trip mine kill quickly by playing Empire's Edge or Monograppa on Domination. The capture point upstairs in the main building at the top of the stairs using the tips I showed you previously, I racked up the kills over and over and over again, and you should see those 15 kills in no time. I hope these tips help you guys unlock the Mosin Nagant Marksman as fast as possible. We are on the road to 2K subscribers, guys, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the new content, live streams, and gameplay tips I drop for you guys every week. If you have your own awesome gameplay of your own and want to participate in my top kills and funny moments of the week video series, email your gameplay to me at rumpspanker@yahoo.com. It's your boy Rumpspanker, and until next time, I'm outta here.